kind of been all over the place. I know we really started off on a really frigid Arctic note this week, a little bit of fresh snow on top of that, but at least, it's been relatively calm as far as the wind goes.
Yeah, we started off cold. We had snow Monday. We got a decently dry day yesterday, and then obviously today we'll stay dry until about midday before some light snow comes. But winds are going to pick up. A cold front's going to sweep through, bring us this clipper system tonight, pick up our winds across much of the state. Blowing snow looks to be a concern in some areas, but you obviously need that fresh stuff. And if you get some freezing rain, that will sort of harden up some areas, so may not have to worry about that as much. But when we take a look at our satellite and radar right now, again, clear skies are starting to be overtaken by some cloud cover from the northwest, and that will continue to be the trend. And when we see cloud cover, we could see some light snow as early as 6 to 7 a.m. Now, nothing consistent with that light snow, but enough to notice it at times as you're heading out and about for your morning routine. Temperatures right now are mostly into those single digits, especially here in the central half of the state, a few zeros in Bismarck and Flasher. Then as you move out there to the west, you start to get more of those teens where that warmer air has reached you, and that will continue to be what we see throughout much of the morning. Now, your absolute comfort plumbing and heating wind chill report does show we have below zeros across much of the central portions of the state. A little cooler right now to the south central. You got areas like Ashley at 18 below zero, Bismarck at 10, and so is Mobridge at 10 below zero. Then a few above zeros out there with Watford City sort of leading the way at 16 above zero. Now, when we look at our hourly temperature trend for the next 24 hours, we can see how quickly we do warm up. We'll be into those sort of teens by about 8 to 9 a.m. and then get 20s by 10 a.m., staying in the 20s, and then getting those 30s through the early afternoon, throughout much of our afternoon into the evening, and seeing those 30s through the night. Our highs for today, again, are going to be widespread 30s, and then our highs tomorrow will most likely be 30s, but they're going to be probably early in the day as cold air will eventually start to get pulled in behind that cold front as it moves through tonight. When we look at precision cast for this morning, again, light snow chances could start to show up as early as right around 8 a.m. Now, that's where some of the debate has happened with the weather models, is when could we see our first signs of snow? Some are a little bit later in the day, some are a little bit earlier in the day, but we will see snow, again, starting as early as 8 a.m. on some of our weather models. By midday, we're starting to see more light snow out there to the west, and then as we get through the early afternoon, that's when that cold front starts to roll itself in, starts to give us that snow/wintry mixed chances. This is right around 3 p.m. here on that leading edge of this clipper system. Could see some rain, could see some freezing rain. That could make things slick, and then we'll start to see more of a transition into snow as we get through about 6 p.m. There's still some questions of how quickly it transitions into snow, most likely though pretty quick, and then that snow will continue to travel across much of the state through the night. This is at 12 a.m. Much of the region is going to see some light to moderate snowfall, and that will move out early tomorrow morning. It's a quick moving system. By 9 a.m. much of the state will be relatively dry, still some light snow possible throughout much of our day Thursday, especially along that 80-degree corridor. Now, looking at potential snow for this system does show most areas a trace to an inch or right around an inch to 3 inches. It's probably going to be closer to an inch than you get to that 3-inch mark across the state, but definitely some more fresh snow for many people through the next day or so. Williston 5-day forecast, 30s today and tomorrow, 20s as we enter the weekend with a teen on Sunday. Dickinson, 30s today and 20s for Thursday all the way through your Sunday. Your Minot 7-day forecast, so that's got us sitting in the 30s the next 2 days, then 20s as we enter the weekend, teens as we exit the weekend. Bismarck, very similar, 30s and 20s as we get over the next couple of days.
Not crazy about hearing about these freezing rain chances. That's never the most pleasant thing to picture, especially if you got to drive in the evening time.
Yeah, if you have plans this afternoon, just be prepared. You obviously get that freezing rain chance. Roads could become slick, and that could make travel a little bit difficult at times.
Stone, thanks so much. Coming up on Good Day Dakota,